Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna give you the solution for the JavaScript challenge 1. Okay, so first of all I'm just going in here through all the answers that you guys have been giving, but one thing that I just want to say is just that this was supposed to be like a JavaScript challenge, like the name is saying. Look at here the title, JavaScript interview challenge question. So basically this is like a kind of a challenge that you could get on an interview for a junior developer. And although this challenge in here that is like to hover with the mouse in this kind of divs in here, you can actually achieve this just with HTML and CSS. The purpose of these videos is just for you guys to practice and learn a bit more about JavaScript. So next time when I'm gonna do some kind of JavaScript challenge, try to use JavaScript for it, okay? So let's go in here and let's go through some of these answers quickly. So we got in here, so this was Mohammed Esser. So Mohammed Esser, it did a great job. Look, it's working, but unfortunately it's just like HTML and CSS. Let's see who else in here. We got Anubis, and Anubis is working fine. And look, Anubis is using JavaScript, which is quite good, and is using one thing in here. So this one is quite similar to my solution. And I'm gonna guide you through my solution in a second. Let me just see someone else in here. We got, who was this? Usman. So Usman is just using HTML and CSS. You guys can check all of these answers from everyone in here in the comments. So just have a look in here. Let's see, Apurv. It's working as well. Let's see. It's just using HTML and CSS. Let's see one more. Let's see Saeed. Oh, Saeed now is using JavaScript. Look. So let me just push these in here. He's using JavaScript, as you can see. He's targeting all of this code for this element in here. All of this code in here for the paragraph 2, and all of this code for the paragraph 3. So basically you are going against the dry principle that is don't repeat yourself. Imagine if you're gonna have like 10 of these divs, you would have to write down this code like 10 times, and this is not really practical or optimized. Okay, I think we can see that I kind of some different answers, so I'm gonna guide you through mine now. So first things first, I have in here, I'm gonna show you first of all this is like my HTML code in here, and I'm gonna guide you through quickly in here. So I have a div with a class of container which takes all of them in here, and then I have some divs with a class card. So for example, where was it? This one in here, that it was, I think it was Said Robley. He was putting like paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Imagine that you're gonna have 10 or 100. You can't put just like name them one by one. So what I did was I created just one class called card, and inside of this class card I put a h1 title and a paragraph. And this is what I did in here. Okay, we got the title and we got the paragraph. I put into the HTML and CSS that this div is gonna have a max height of 100 pixels, and I could put, for example, let's say 150 pixels. So if I refresh, look, now it increased the size. So I'm gonna put back to 100 pixels. So I put the maximum size of this div is going to be 100 pixels. And I'm going to say that whatever it comes out of those 100 pixels is going to be hidden. That's what I did in here. That's why you can't see the rest. And I'm putting in here that if I add this class of active to this div in here. We are going to change the background color to red and increase the max height to 700 pixels. That's why you can see it like growing. And to see it like in a nice smooth way, I just put this class in here of transition, and I'm putting like this. I want all the transition, it can be with a height, width, whatever. I'm targeting them all, and I'm putting the time, so it's going to be like 0.8 seconds, and it's going to be easy to do the first one and the second one to finish, okay? So let's add some JavaScript in here to make sure that this works. So first of all, we want to do something like this. We're going to start a variable. So we do let card, and we do something like this. I want to target all my divs with the class of card. Okay, there is going to be as many as can be in your code. So I'm going to do something like this. Document dot query selector all, because I want to select all of them with a class of card. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something like this. Card, which is the variable that I just created, and is gonna select all the divs with a class of card. This is basically gonna return an array, okay, because it's gonna be a lot of them. I'm gonna do card dot for each. So this is gonna loop through all of them. So let me just put a little bit of space in here and close this. And now I'm gonna add actually a function in here, and I'm gonna do an arrow function. So I'm gonna put in here for the first parameter element, and then this arrow function. So in here you can put whatever name you want, because this is your parameter. You could put just L like this, you could put just L, or you could put whatever. You can put whatever you want in here. So I'm gonna put element in here, and then I'm gonna put something in here like element dot add event listener. And now, since we are looping through all of these elements, I want to add an event listener, and the event listener that I want to put in here is gonna be when we hover with the mouse, and then when we take out the mouse. Okay, so this event in here, it's called mouse enter, and we're gonna put a comma. Let me just put this a little bit down, and now we can put whatever we want to happen. So we are gonna put a function in here as well. So this time I can put, for example, just E. This is the same like in here. Look, in here I'm starting out that I'm gonna do a for each, and I'm gonna do a for each is putting a add event listener to each one of these divs with a class of card. And then inside of each event listener I want to do something. And what I want to do is, let's put the arrow function. So I'm gonna put this now, and I want my element in here that I'm just selecting now, dot target. So it's going to be the only one that you are targeting at the moment, and I want to add I think it's class list dot add, and the class list that we want to add is going to be this one, active, like I showed you before. So I'm going to put in here active, and let's close this. So this one is closed in here, this one is closed in here, and this one is closed there. Okay, we can even put this a little bit better. Yeah, this is fine like this. So let's save this. Let's go in here, refresh the page, and let's see if something happens. Look, I hover with my mouse and we added this class. All right, so if I take it off, nothing happens because we still didn't put like what's gonna happen when we take the mouse leave. And look, this is the same, nothing happens in here, and this is the same, nothing happens when we take out. So now what we have to do is basically just copy this code in here. let's just put this one here. Let's copy this code and put in here. And now this time what I want to do is select my divs with a class of card. We are going to loop through all of them again. And this time I want to add them a new event listener, which is going to be called mouse leave. Okay? And when the mouse leaves, look, after the comma, we have to put a function, what we want to happen. I want my element, the target that I'm doing it at that moment, I want to do a class list dot remove this time. So if I remove my mouse, it's going to remove the class of active. And let's refresh the page and let's see what's happening. We are adding the class, and if I take it off, it removes, it goes back. I'm adding the class and I'm removing it. Look. And look at this. You can now style things even more in here. Look, if you want this to be even bigger, you can put, for example, 1000 pixels. And if you want, for example, the text to be yellow, look, refresh the page. There it is. As you can see, guys, now this is working, and this was what was supposed to do with this kind of JavaScript challenge. This is something that they can ask you in an interview. That's why I'm doing these kind of challenges. And I hope you guys could understand a little bit of this. And if you are going to compare to some kind of answers like this one, look. This one in here, this kind of answer, you are repeating yourself like lots of time. Look, 3 times. Imagine if you're gonna have 6, 10. You're gonna have to write down all this code. But this one in here is the most optimized way. There was another answer in here. Who was it from? I think it was from Anubis. Look, from Anubis was something in here that is basically doing the same thing like me, but look, is adding the class and then is removing it at the same time. You don't want to do this. You just want to take this one off and this one off, because you are doing like 2 separate things in here. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you could understand, and I'm gonna launch now the second challenge. So get ready for it and make sure you're gonna use JavaScript in the next one, okay? So hopefully you like this video, guys. Give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends so they can see more challenges coming up, and subscribe to the channel, of course. I'll see you in the next video.